A Southlake woman made her first appearance in a federal court in Fort Worth, charged for her alleged role in a sex trafficking scheme.
The feds say she helped facilitate so-called sex dungeon encounters for a wealthy New York financier. And she was paid millions for her service, is the claim. Fox 4's David Santendri reports.
Well, the story, front page news, as the criminal complaint alleges that for at least 10 years, from 2009 through 2019, that Wall Street financier Howard Rubin, who's reportedly worth tens of millions of dollars, allegedly recruited dozens of women to engage in prostitution. And federal prosecutors say for most of that time, Jennifer Powers, Rubin's assistant, facilitated the encounters. Allegations are Rubin brutalized women's bodies, causing them to fear for their safety, resulting in significant pain or injuries. Rubin and Powers allegedly transformed a bedroom in Rubin's New York City penthouse into a sex dungeon full of torture devices, at least one used to shock or electrocute women. The two allegedly targeted former Playboy models, Rubin allegedly giving them a safe word to use, but then ultimately not abiding by that safe word. Federal investigators say Rubin and Powers spent at least $1 million of Rubin's money operating and maintaining the trafficking network. Rubin reportedly spent $8 million on his assistant during a 5-year period, including mortgage payments on her home in Southlake. We received a tip that she was a substitute teacher in Carroll ISD, but while Carroll ISD does not deny that claim, it says there is no connection between the allegations and any activity within CISD. In 2017, Rubin and Powers were sued by some of these women. A jury found at trial only Rubin was liable and awarded the women nearly $4 million. Rubin currently appealing the decision. I spoke with a former U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Texas, Richard Roper, about the time gap and how federal prosecutors might use the assistant against Rubin.
Why did it take so long to bring these charges? It could be that the alleged victims wanted their day in court in the civil arena to be able to collect damages before the criminal case. The prosecution would consider offering Powers a better deal to convince her to flip on Rubin. That's a tried and true tactic of federal prosecutors.
Powers was granted bond in federal court in Fort Worth Monday and has to appear in New York Wednesday. Rubin, labeled as a flight risk, not given the option for bond at this time. Rubin and Powers, if convicted, each face a minimum of 15 years in federal prison. We'll keep our eyes on it, but for now, reporting, David Santendri, Fox 4 News.